I wouldn't feel secure and I wouldn't feel confident. So
there's a little bit of mesh, but I mean, it's as if she's wearing a neon sign saying "Welcome to my breast."
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Everyone looks directly at your chest.
What do you think Russell Brand makes of it?
He loves it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure loves it.
Yeah, loves it. Okay, what else are we looking at this week then?
We're looking at bright coloured fashion.
Let's look first of all at this woman with the wedding dresses, because this is the most peculiar story, I think, anyway.
Oh, yes.
I think it's the sort of thing a therapist could have an absolute field day with. This is a young lady, very pretty young lady. I think she comes from a wealthy family, and she's getting married, and she just cannot bear the idea of confining herself to just one dress. So she goes for not one, not two, not three, but 9 wedding dresses. And one of the papers obligingly told us how little time she spent in each. It was like, 17 minutes in this one, 32 minutes in this one, 14 minutes in this one. What does that say to you, Alex?
Well, I think it's absolutely extraordinary. And to be spending that much time on the one that's supposed to be the most romantic day of your life, getting changed and also getting into a wedding dress is quite a complicated thing. It's not like throwing on a shift dress and just running out.
Yeah.
You've got to be kind of tied in, and these dresses are all long and they all, quite frankly, look the same.
Angelica, total spend £18,000.
I think, like you said, it's extraordinary because especially in a recession, you just think so many people who just get married on about £2,000 and they're really struggling to get their wedding off the ground. You just think, wow. But then, if you've got the money, you just want to splash it.
And tell me something, for your wedding to Michael, it was a very little private wedding in New York.
Yeah,
it
was
basically
just
flitted away, you two lovebirds.
The two of us who went off, and it was really great. And I just bought a little white dress in a shop in Kingston, where I'm from, and it wasn't that expensive because I thought at the end of the day, it's about me and Michael, and that's what mattered to me, and I quite like the simplicity of it.
You look absolutely gorgeous in it, actually. What was your thought process of choosing that dress? Because it's divine.
I had one day to get it, and it was the first shop I went in. It was almost like divine inspiration, because some people take months to find their dress. I was like, I need to find something because I can't bear go to New York and I haven't got anything. Went into this shop. I said, I'm going to a black and white ball New Year's. Have you got anything white? Because it's a bit random to ask for a white dress. And they're like, we've got this one. And I was like, oh my gosh. Fits, yes, just about. And then
I hear you were fairly bossy with Michael about what he could wear for the wedding.
Well, I just said to him, don't wear anything plain, because sometimes he looks really good in a suit and he'll go for like a grey or a dark. And he was like, okay, I might try this Vivienne Westwood thing. And I said, go for it. And he was like, not too sure. I said, you look fantastic. And then he just went with it. And now he loves it. And everyone says they love the suit.
Never looked hotter in our opinion.
Do you think, though, just quickly, that was because it was the second time you were married that you spent less time, or did you do that in the first?
No, I think it was just because New York meant a lot to us.
Right.
And maybe because I've done it before.
Yeah.
Because we did it and didn't tell anyone, it was, wow, the shock factor was incredible with all our friends and family, because no one knew. So they were like, oh my gosh. They were talking about it more probably than if they'd come on a day and we'd spent thousands and thousands of pounds and they'd stuff their faces and, didn't remember much because they were a bit drunk.
All right, let's have a look at somebody else. Now, this lady is normally a fashion icon, but this really is a case of what do you look like? This is Kim Kardashian. I mean, famous for her rear end, the junk in a trunk. Wearing, what the heck is that, Alex?
Well, it's a kind of glamorous wetsuit. I mean, it is extraordinary. It looks like a kind of sweet wrapper.
What's it made of? Do we think rubber?
I think it is rubber. I think it's the kind of same material that a wetsuit's made out of. And it's just, for her long hair, I don't think the front does any favours either. It's kind of extraordinary. It's the kind of dress, if you are going to wear it, and let's face it, not many people are going to be seen in that dress, but it's the kind of thing you arrive on a red carpet and go and pick up an award and then leave again and no one sees you sitting down, and it's the most impractical thing. But I mean, it's
let's have a look at X Factor's share. In this case, it's not the clothes she chose, it's much more the shade of hair that she chose, because she's gone ferociously red, hasn't she, in a very livid red, lurid kind of way. What do you reckon to that?
Well, I don't think she's kind of Rihanna, and I think she's kind of copying a trend that's been quite popular. And Rihanna is so sexy and so got that amazing skin and lips and just such incredible style. And
but then I think also when you get to a certain level of stardom, you can do what you want. You will have people criticise you, but it's almost like you expect it because you're so big. You want to shock, you'll do something. Because I think it's been fantastic what Rihanna did, come with her new album, red hair, and it's amazing, a statement, different sort of sound and stuff.
What do you think Cher should have done, Alex?
I mean, dyed it blue. I mean, anything.
Blue?
Pink with black spots.
Really?
You know what, I as a musician, I think she's trying to come into the limelight. She's trying to make a statement. Cheryl Cole's got, has had her hair red. Rihanna, she's trying to say, look, I'm one of the girls. I'm up there as well. I'm coming in. I'm a musician. Red hair's good.
Tell us about not just red hair, but red clothes, green clothes, blue clothes. We're all going to be, you're insisting in these brights, and actually they have been creeping their way onto the catwalk and onto telly, I've seen.
Yes, brights are everywhere. They're really, really massive trend this summer. But it's a question of how you wear it, because it's quite terrifying seeing brights. I mean, Vanessa, you look gorgeous in your blue. I mean, your hair colour looks fantastic. Yeah. But you've got to choose something that's going to suit you, because not every colour does suit everyone. It's also quite an intimidating thing. Suddenly, like, oh my God, we've got to be wearing brights. Yeah. Where we should, you know, with a bit of thought and a bit of confidence, you can really get it right.
So if you've got very dark hair, like Angelica?
Oranges, greens.
I love bright colours.
Fantastic.
I love it.
And if you're a natural born-again bottle blonde like me?
The whole range of blues.
And if you're a brunette like you?
Reds look quite good. I mean, pinks can work on certain different shades. Yeah.
And the verdict on lipstick is it's only one colour. It's all right as long as it's red.
Yeah, red is back again.
See,
bright red.
I've never worn bright red out. I've worn it a couple of times when I've been away in New York, because no one can see me, but I haven't got...
Oh my God. Well, I thought, you know, red's in, I'm going to go and choose a red shade. So I went into a store and thought, this can't take long, I'll just slap a bit of lipstick on and leave. And my God, 20 minutes later, I was still there, but my face kind of looked like it was black and bruised because I'd taken off the lipstick. Wow. And I couldn't find a shade. Eventually, I found one that suited, but it is really difficult because you've got to get a shade that suits your skin tone.
Or there is one available called a universal red, is that right?
Yes.
We better go and track that one down. Thanks very much indeed. That's all we've got time for today. Thanks to Angelica and Alex for joining us. Coming up tomorrow, a wag who lived a champagne life until her footballer husband played away from home and betrayed her. Lizzie Cundy joins us on Life as a Footballer's Wife. We'll see you right here at 11. Lots of love. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Bye.